Oh, where am I? Okay, guys. I'm here. Waiting for tomorrow to get here. Um, today is the wonderful day of Wednesday, the 17th. Um, and honestly, I know in some places you're like saying, oh, it's not Wednesday anymore, it's Thursday. I know that. You know that, but you still have to wait for, you know, unless you're some kind of special person, then you already got your stuff going. I don't know. But hello everybody. I'm just right now trying to get my act together as far as I have to put these trees up. I've been kind of neglecting that. So I'm going to be doing that, and my farm today, I will try to at some point put out I'll put the lettuce farm back up. But I'm just going to be in private mode, so if some of you have my code, and I'll show it to you. But if some of you have my code, you're more than welcome to, depending on where I am, um, you guys can do that. But I have to hang around today on my fish farm because I have been low on my fish a lot. So, but there's always these daisies. I really had to cut back on some of them because I need to, like I said, I need to add my trees, and I'm in dire need of my trees. Fish farm. What about my fish farm? It's still there somewhere. Yeah, there's my fish farm for this one. Hello, Maya. How you doing today? But I have to set up the rest of my trees, where I'm at, what I'm doing, because I have no clue what I'm doing. So I'm trying to break it down to have my trees be at, I think it's 200. Yeah, I set them for 200. Um, well, this is right now for me. Um, see, this is what I had to do for this farm here, only because I just wanted to get it right, and at the time, whether I change it or not, I don't know. I might change it. I don't know. Maybe. Depends. I got to get my what is this one? A dragon fruit. Common dragon fruit. Okay. So, I got to go back up here. Because what I need to do today, though, seriously, is I need to go back to the farm that I had, but I have another idea that I might try and do, only because I know that those flowers are going to be a 45-minute deal. And so, excuse me. And so, what I was thinking was maybe because I have a large amount of lettuce on one of my farms. So what I was thinking was, well, just maybe what I could do is I could somehow finagle it to, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But let me see, green. Um, but I suspect, because it's always been this way. But now I'm going by my time, so you guys need to go by your time. Um, like generally for me, I'm on East Coast. Um, when the event has started for me, it's generally between, goodness, 12 and 1 p.m. But now it's also my understanding that the the bundle that we're getting is gonna be available to us before that. Now that's my understanding. So I really haven't looked. I'm gonna start up my Xbox today just to double check. But again, that doesn't mean anything because I have to be very careful now, because if I go from, using the cloud, of course. And I haven't been on my Xbox in a while. So um, it's supposed to sync, from my Xbox. So hopefully it will do that. Um, because I certainly don't want to mess up I do not want to mess up my farms. Absolutely do not. Okay, so I'm on these guys, common dragon fruit, right? Okay. And one of the things that I've been doing a lot lately is instead of doing 3, I do 2 rows of 2. Okay, I just do the 2. And right now, basically, because it is a semi-long row of 200 trees. So, that's another thing. Actually, last night I was on Drew's farm, and for some silly reason, I got, like I went in the house and I did something with the quest item. I think I was either finishing it or doing whatever, but it was just really weird last night. Like, it took me in front of the stove, like, it does usually. And then what happened was, but when I clicked on it, it let me do what I had to do, and then afterwards, it was like I was kind of like stuck there. Just I don't know. So if that happens, I mean, well, for me, I just exited out of the game. But the thing was, I was really impressed with how he had his letters set up. He had like 3 long lines, 3 long lines, um, going from west to east, and then he had some other stuff going down here. So he had 1, 2, 3 lines of letters going straight across, which was decent. And I wished I finished it off because I don't think I don't think it was his farm. I think it was probably some little glitchy weird thing. And I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen where I've gone into town. The NPCs are stuck behind like a flower vase, and there's one in particular, and I don't know what the deal is with that. But and I've seen that happen, and I'm sure you guys have seen it too. With some of the NPCs, they get stuck on silly or something, and you're like, okay, what are you doing there? Let me just double check to make sure I've got all of these up. See, I only have 200 of those trees. I just want to make sure that because I'm only putting up the winter ones now. That's all I need. I think I have them. Yep. Okay. So I'm good with that. Um, my next tree that I think I'm going to put up is. I don't want to put the common ones up right now. Um, oh, I do know for a fact that this one here is now in the process of being. Yeah, is it? It's just this one here. So the only tree that right now that I'm having prestige right now is going to be the pine tree. These trees I'm not doing right at this very moment. But now what I gotta look for is a tree that, if there's any, if there isn't any, then I'm fine with that. Are there any spring ones? Yep. Yep. Nope. Okay, so I can actually put the pistachio down, and that's what I'm doing, is putting pistachio down. Because obviously it's spring. But those other 2 trees one of them actually only has a 3 seasons, which is fine. So I'm gonna try to put those down because I think on one of my farms I just have them kind of like sporadically messed up and put somewhere else. And yes, thank you everybody for helping me with opening my last piece of land. I don't know if I mentioned this to you yesterday. Because, for the obvious reason, it took quite a few diamonds. And now right now, I'm just going to sit back and just collect my diamonds. And I am not going to touch Farm 5. I'm going to leave it alone. And just, I really don't know what I'm going to put there. So I like have no ideas as to what I want to put there. And that's the thing too, you don't want to rush to something, and you know, and so that's what I'm doing anyway. Some of you guys can like, well, I want to do this. Do whatever you want. It's up to you. Okay, so we have these two trees. One I see is fall and winter. Okay, this one here though is still spring, and it's spring, summer, and winter. So, irregardless, I'm gonna put these up just because they have the three seasons. So, which is fine with me. I mean, I probably could have done 100 trees, but the drawback about that is I don't want to have to come back two different times. But then again, it could say we want 387 trees of that. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But see, trees are fairly easy because I mean, you will run across obviously some trees that are just one season, like the cherry tree, and some of the other trees, the berry trees, they have the one season, which is fall. So, you might want to set up an area that that those trees, no matter what they are fall. If there's a single one other than spring might be different. But that's the only thing that I see is a little problem is like, if you have a tree that's just one season, you know. Okay, so we did this and we did not do this. Okay, so we put this one up, which is Frig Summer. I don't know if there's any more summer ones, but I'm going to look. Okay, so we have a walnut tree, which is summer fall. So I'll put the walnut tree up. I'm just trying to, for me, I'm just trying to find that even thing. It's like it's closest to, um, whatever season it is. And I think no, see, because I don't even think, and I might have to move those poinsettias down here. I might have to move them, which is not a big deal. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. And the P5 trees that I do have, I'm not going to put them here because it's kind of pointless. I'm going to leave the P5 trees. I believe I have them on another farm. And if I need to get them, I'll get them. Okay, so this handled the summer fall. Okay, so now I can do stuff like fall winter or whatever we have. You know, I was looking at this tree, and yes, it is fall. I get it. I didn't do this one, and I did not do that and that. Okay, so here's a little heads up just to let you know. It's unfortunate that the black walnut tree is one season, obviously, which is fall. And it looked like a pretty good running mate to prestige it, but then when I realized, I'm like, it's fall, and, I don't know. I mean, it did level up fairly reasonable, but again, you're only hitting it one time, one season. So I said, you know what? I am not gonna bother with that. I want something that has at least two seasons to prestige, because you're gonna find, like, say for example, actually even some of your crops will be a one season deal, and then again you get these other crops that are like I'm going to use garlic for an example. That's easy. Well, one of the easiest ones that I remember so well because I did it a lot. Thing about like the garlicky ones, right? I actually just would put up a the let me see. I'll show you. I'll show it to you. It's better to show you than to say, "Oh yeah, I put up the wooden board." Okay. The one that I generally use is this one here, the sign with arrow. Okay. And the feature I like about the sign with arrow is it's almost like you can set it and forget it. And so, like with the four garlic, and their different seasons, just like grapes, they have the four seasons. Um, I used to just put, like the four different grapes down, the four different garlic ones down. Um, Unfortunately, the pineapple only has three. I wish they would give us a fourth crop, but I guess, it is what it is. I don't know if there was. I don't think there. I'd have to look back again, right? Yeah, go figure. But I think it's kind of helpful. Even if you're still working on your farm and you try to figure out, well, I can set this up this way. But the thing is, too, is if you're in need of space. Let me see. Is that a winter? And okay, in this one. Okay, so that's a straight out winter. Oh, fall, winter. You know what? I'm gonna put these guys down and go that route. And see, I'm trying to get these fish to just the guys to do their fish thing. And then what I did was I took the existing trees that I had in there, and I said, you know what? I'm taking those away, and I did. I took I had coconut trees in there, but you know what? I figured I'm just because there's only three types of those trees for bamboo. So what I decided to do was I just put the bamboo ones right up here along with my fisherman guys, and they can do their thing, and I'm happy with that. Um, I do not have any horses up yet. See, this is where it's gonna get a little iffy, sticky. I have no. Well, I have sort of an idea how and where I'm gonna put them. Um, but I hopefully shouldn't have a problem. Hopefully. Because, like, as I can look at a full map now, like this map is full. I think I have 200 of the donkeys. And, honestly, I'm trying to minimize, what I have. Like here with the flowers, I have 300. I might even go lower than 300, just to kind of just get them done. Um, And let me see. I think it's. I don't. Let me see. Let me see. Um, 360. Okay. So yeah, what I did was these are all 360s, right? So worst case scenario is what I might do is I might even cut this down to 300. Okay, all these flowers. Um, for me, the quicker the better. That way, I can redo them again if I need be. See, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to make space. I'm trying to be a little conservative. I don't want to go wahoo crazy with all these flowers, and those are the low end flowers, which don't take much time. Some of them, on the other hand, do. Like there's one of them that takes like 2 days, a day and a half, and they are not poinsettias. They're just regular flowers, which drives me absolutely cuckoo, but that's okay. Um, so I might cut these down, my flowers down to 300 because I have these guys up here working, you know, and if I cut these down to 300, I might. That's where I might have to, having to play. Because you see, these two buildings are kind of not doing nothing. They're doing absolutely nothing for me. So, and we have the six donkeys. So, what I might decide to do is um, push the donkeys up. And the rabbits, well, I'll be just kind of deciding on those guys. Um, but what I want to keep it in the same, like have the six donkeys here and maybe put six horses here. The bunnies, like I said, can go anywhere. Um, and I want to make sure it's in a spot that I go, I spend a lot more time in. So that's another factor I'm going to be thinking about. Um, and it's kind of funny because I was trying to remember what I did actually on this map before I changed it all around. And I think this was the one that I was just opening up, number 4. Okay. So I think at that time, that's when I was putting like, well, actually, what I decided to do, and I'm going to show you with this farm, is what I did? I was like, something, because if you pay attention to this for a moment, I'm going to sort by time descending. Okay? Now, you might think this is a little silly and crazy, but it's really not when you think about it. For example, we don't really get a lot of quests, for example, for Brussels sprouts. But if you look through all year round, 2 days. If you have sprinkles on them, it's a day. Same thing with the acorn pumpkins. Okay? It's broken down into, let me see, 2 days. That's going to be a day. Then this one here will be a day and 6, well, actually half a day and 6 hours. I think this one turns into 18. I'm pretty sure it does. But then you get this one here. But if you notice, look at that. Your red spinach, in comparison to your, where the heck is it? Green. I know your green's a little, I think your green's a day. But, why can't I? Oh, because it's, oh, I get it. Okay. See, here's your green. Okay. It's a 1 day deal. So, and actually, you know what? I'll show you. The best way to show you this, hold on a second. I'll just go over here for a moment. Okay. Just for giggles and laughs, I'm going to put a planting sign over here, and it's not going to mean nothing because it just won't. But and this might be a little reference and a help for you. I mean, you never have to use it. You just put it down, right? Move it out of the way. I mean, anything can be planted here. Okay, that's what this means. When your sign is blank, anything can be planted there. Okay, 9 things. Ooh. But just let me just kind of do it this way so that way you can get a bird's eye view of everything. Okay, see, let's say, for example, I want to see it by descendant. Now you see, everything's changed. This could be a really good reference for you if, you're not sure, like, because we do have a variety of things. I wish they would have showed you guys, like, with our event items, even though you know that this is, and, okay, these are, but they're all different times. But you can change it. But what I decided to do was, with this farm, and I still want to try to do it, is if you notice, like the baby boo pumpkins, I used to love those things. With the baby boo pumpkins, they're 2 days. Brussels sprouts, 2 days. And by the way, if you don't want to water them, don't do it. Just don't. But what I ended up doing before I recycled this farm, I thought to myself, I'm just going to put the long-term stuff over here, which I did. And it was interesting because I very rarely got quests for them until I removed them. Aha! I was like, okay, I knew it. But and I didn't have a lot of these down, but I had enough down. But look at this. This is a day and 12 hours. A day. Look at that. 20 hours. And I know a lot of you worked hard on doing these peppercorns. Well, the thing is, you can still do that. But it's going to be like, if you have that extra farm that you can do that with that space, then I would do it. Because I went by doing it this way. I'll tell you something. When I was kind of debating when I went down to the 8 hours because there's only three type of pineapples. But it's not bad to have them in 4 hours because there are quests a lot of times for the different pineapples. Like you got this one here. But you see the time difference, 8 hours, 10 hours, and where's that other pineapple? 6 hours, which is summer. Okay. So I mean, you can always go that route. You can always go that route. Should you decide, like if you did that. So basically, what I did was I stuck with the things that take a long time. See what I'm talking about with these here, all the garlic, and of course you got more of these. Um, and then your grapes obviously are still one season. So I sort of went down to the strawberries, or even if it was a 10-hour thing. But see, this is where I kind of got a little like, should I? Because, this one's 10, the other one's 8, the other one's 6. And that's it. And then again, it comes down to, well, where do I want to be? Hey, good afternoon there, Blaze. One more day. Anyway, one more day. She's like, what? Um, so, I mean, if you really wanted to just stick with, let's say, I'm just saying now, if you want to stick with something, I would leave these pineapple thingies alone, even though it's 10 hours. Okay? So, if you want to stick with something that takes the longest time, okay, so let's say, for instance, you say, well, you know what? I don't care about the flat parsley. I don't care about the strawberries. I don't care about those. Then go up here. There you go. You can go to the 12-hour ones. You can, and you're only talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's it. You're talking 13 spots of planting stuff that's 12 hours or more. Now, if you want to stretch it to doing, because I mean, I don't really, and this is a winter one too. You see the pine berries? They're a 10-hour. They're 5.5 technically if you water them. These are 5 hours. But here's the little thing. If, let's say, hypothetically, you wanted to do those pine berries, well, it is kind of doable. It really is. Um, when they're watered, it's a 5.5 hour thing, right? So you got this little guy over here. He's 11, and that one's 11. I know they're two different things, but one of the things that you can do, okay, is when you are planting something, and let me see, where are the, oh, let's sort by, okay, resource. I'm going to show you something, what I've done a few times. Okay, here we go. There we go. See how the watermelon is an all year round thing, but yet the canary melon is 20 minutes. Watered, 10. These ones are an hour and a half. These ones here, if you look though, this one's spring, summer. This one's winter, fall. You could sort of get away with doing these, but you got to pay attention to the season. Okay? So what I basically did was, like, even though I know that this is, for example, an hour and a half, and then this one's 10 minutes watered. Now I'm saying watered. What I used to do was, I still kind of do it. I would put this one on the top, for example. Okay? And then put the second. Now, let's say you have a quest. Okay? So it's fall. We know that this is 2 seasons, but this is all, 4 seasons. So, I mean, you could take this one that's all 4 seasons. See, this one's a 3 hour, so it's an hour and a half. Even though you're going to well, that was an hour and a half. Yes, it is. But guess what? If you have it watered, it's going to break down to being 60 and 15 minutes, 60, 75 minutes. Okay? That's the difference. These peanuts drive me absolutely crazy because, I think this was the best one that I did because this is a 45-minute thing. So, and it's okay if you mix and match some of your stuff just so you can get, let's say, the peanuts to grow. So you know that that's 45 minutes, and if it's watered, it's going to be 22 minutes, right? So let's see if what they have, they probably don't. Okay, oops. And what were those peanuts? I hate when it moves around like that. Okay. So you know that these are 3 seasons, right? So now we're going to have to find something with spring. You could, on the other hand, let's say, you could use the old faithful, lettuce. But just be aware, obviously, lettuce is going to be, 5 minutes? Maybe you want to put corn there in its place because, again, it's all season. Potatoes, all season, you know? So if you want to keep a field, going with the peanuts, you could do that, you know? Or just not at all. But I'm waiting for my workers to stop working. And I better go pay them. Pay them. Pay them. Pay, pay, pay. Oh my gosh, 50. Yeah. See, I'm sitting here wondering, um, I left my farm on all night. And I'm sitting there going, dang, but it's like the test farm, is it's very low with inventory. So it's going to be easy to fill it, very easy to fill it up. Oh, you cupcakes with 12 cupcakes, come on. I hate this. And I mean, that's all I've been growing is carrots out the ears. And they just keep coming after those cupcakes. So at least I'm giving my guys down there that are fishing, a little bit of time to go fishing. Because generally, as a rule, I have like all that fishing stuff filled. It's really filled. And because I haven't been on my fish farm, um, they've been, well, it's my fault. It's my fault. And I'm working hard on getting the upgrade for this thing. I mean, last night I was just, Okay, so I'm gonna try it again. Okay, it's good. Don't you dare ask me for fish again. Okay. Upgrade. I'm trying to upgrade this thing as much as I. Oh my God! I need to go to that other farm. See, it hits me for fish. It's like, what's the deal? Oh, figures, right? Yeah, I have to go hit up the cows. It's gonna hit me every time. And the reason, and if you look at the way it works, I mean, oh, I can't do it. Oh, yes, I can. If you look at the way it works, let me go here for a moment. Oops, no, wrong one. Let me go here for my inventory. See, because if you look, obviously my milk is low. And so what it tries to do, oh, see this one here? I promise, if this does not move up as far as, how much inventory for these, it's going to start asking me for these again, these fish. It hasn't really asked me for grapes. It hasn't asked me for that. It's hitting me for stuff that's really low. Anything that's probably under 2,000, it's going to hit me up for that. So yeah, so you got to kind of like find when you're progressively, working on your farm and everything, you gotta find that middle spot. If especially now when you're upgrading and you're spending a lot of gold, because it's not so much the gold, because you can, like, guys, you already know this. You can get as much gold as you want. You can make it. It's easy to make gold. The flip side is, it's not really that easy to make. Well, it is with diamonds now, and also with ribbons. But you have to make sure that your crops are up to speed, because if they're not, you're doomed. So that's why I try to find that middle area. Um, was it yesterday? I think on my test farm, it wanted sculptures, and I'm like, oh, geez, I'm gonna be up the creek, because. And again, I know Blaze. And Blaze, you've been sneaking in my houses and making chocolate cake. I know. Cause I'm like, I don't make chocolate cake, but I'll bet you I know who's been making chocolate cake in my house. I think it's hilarious because the other day I went in my house and I'm like, now who could have possibly have made two chocolate cakes? I know, Blaze. You made one and then you had your kid make the other one, right? Because I'm like, okay, I know what's going on with this. I think it's hilarious. But I admit, I don't play the piano. I admit that. I mean, kind of look at. I mean, um, and my paintings are horrible. My cupcakes are worse. So you can see that there's a lot of times I do not do kitchen duty a lot, like house duties. But see, I like this now that I can go over here and scoop up some stuff. One of the things that I am definitely planning on doing, because let me see something. Let me go and check my art gallery. That is all right, guys. You want to tell me? Isn't that sad? My art gallery is still level 13, so you can see that we won't talk about the ticket trader, my Smitties, okay, my candy shop again. See, these are like, to me, the least of my worries is my art gallery, um, my Smitty, my candy shop, mushroom stand. Well, I don't want to discuss that. My bakery, I'm working on it. 76 million. I'm telling you, in 1,884 eggs. It's not bad. My grocery store, I'm working on it. See, bakery, 76 million. Grocery store, 257 million, ladies and gentlemen. Fish stand, now look at that. I mean, because I don't really need to trade in any more fish. You'll do the piano if I do yours, sure. Now, the restaurant, I ought to be ashamed of myself because this is where you make all your ribbons. But I haven't been getting it to where it should be at 200. And here is the reason why. Look at that. My fruit stand. Okay, so because, and I'm sure you've all had the same issue, but because I'm prestiging a lot of my trees, okay, I'm trying to get this to level 200. But I also have a fun feeling that when I do, um, I'm still gonna do your mine, Blaze. I'm still gonna do that mine. But if you notice, it's 168 over 169, right? So I'm 30 something points away from getting it to finally 200. and I've been playing back and forth with these two, see, because look, So I figured maybe if I just do the vegetable shop, because obviously that's where the lettuce falls into play. Yeah. And my event check, well, that's sad and depressing. But, I'm just kind of wondering between these two here. I mean, I know I'm going to obviously hit up the vegetable shop, uh, probably get that to 200 as soon as possible. And I haven't had a chance to ask Ace about this, but if and when you do, let's say, have your vegetable shop to 200, do you still get full? I know he does. So, but mine hasn't gotten full yet. So we'll see. You know, um, but there's that. And I know my bunnies are up there. I haven't done them. Oh, wait till you see what I did to this. Now, see, I didn't realize this was opened. And, um, and obviously it's really open, but I haven't filled in anything, and it's asking me for these things. And this one's fully open, but I just want to get the. Oh, wait a minute! It said I had a couple, and I think I'm trying to remember a fish. See, and again, this is not really fully opened yet, as you can see the little red lines. But hey, it's giving me what I need. So maybe it's going to be kind. Maybe not. Oh, and Blaze, let me tell you something. Earlier today, I was doing one of my mines, and I swear to God, it was like I'm looking at this thing, and then I looked at the map, right? All it had, you would have probably liked it because all it had in there was iron. And I'm like, why is it doing that? It's all it had was iron. And I didn't order it. But now, see, okay, so it's all done. So I really don't want to go playing around with this right now, but I think what I might go for is because I have to check one of my other ones. I have to check one of my other ones because what I might do is just keep this one as the blue mushrooms. But it was just amazing this farm here was opened 2 spots. So then I'm sitting there, I'm like looking at the map, and I'm like, are they serious? The only thing that was in there was probably, I want to say 10 to 15 iron nodes in there. Any other time, you wouldn't see that many because if it was a quest, you wouldn't see them at all. You wouldn't see that many. So, but um, I mean, you do get 85. Okay, you do get 85 diamonds every time, and it is cheaper. Um, I always hit these, but of course it's going to cost me 16,000 gold. To me, it's like, okay, But then again, they're not going to spawn out as quickly as you will see the iron. That's what's so irritating. It's like now that I know that there's nothing in here, I can't show you. But as some of you know, you can look at your map and you can see it like this with nothing, but you know that there's something there. Or with this here, which shows you that these are all blue mushrooms. Now, here's the thing though. If the nodes for the minerals were, if I had any, you would see them just with the different colors. It's not going to tell you what they are. They're only going to show you the different colors. So when you go into that mode and you look at your mushrooms, or even if there's minerals up in here, you can see exactly what type of minerals you have in your mine. Um, there was something else that. Oh, you know what I do so I don't get lost, by the way, Blaze? And I do it in your mine all the time. Okay, so here's what I do. I'm going to go where they start me. They start me here. Hey, Drew, how you doing? Okay, so this is usually where you come in. Yeah, this is where you usually come in. Okay. So, like, say, for example, when I'm on Drew's farm, not Drew's farm, excuse me, when I'm on Blaze's farm, and let's say this is my starting point, right? I usually go either left or right, either or, okay? And then I go completely around, down over here, because that's going to be like the last place to end up. And, you know, if even if you were to like, oh, gee, I'm lost. No, you're not really, because if you look at your map, you can see where you are, but you can also, go up this way, take a right, or hit Y to travel alone. By the way, Drew, last night I had this weird thing happening when I was on your farm. I really like how you had that lettuce up on the very top of your map. That was pretty cool. And I forget exactly, but up here I really thought that was neat. You had the 3 rows of lettuce going across, then you had something going down here, then across, and then up. 4 different things, which was neat. But the weird thing was that happened last night was when I went into your house because it had a little purple thing. So I figured, I'm gonna go over there and see what I can do. So when I went into the house, I don't have a, I don't. Oh, let me check. I don't think I do. I'll check. Yes, I do. Okay. So here's what happened. Oh, okay. I always do the pig. So here's what happened. Wherever your house was, your food was. So I went up here and did my thing. And then I started going over here, right? And usually it swings you around and puts you in the front. Well, for some reason, I was like here, but and I was stuck. I couldn't move, and I'm like, and I was not lagging. I thought, oh, maybe I'm lagging out. Nope. It's because it let me see the map, and no, it did not let me see the map. That was the other thing. It would not let me see the map. So I'm like, okay, what's going on with this stupid thing? Okay, so like I said, today I'm gonna be in private mode because especially today. I mean, I might hop off and let the other farm do the lettuce thing. Only because that second farm isn't open yet. So I might do that. But I also am setting up the event farm as well. Oh, it's a quest tree. Ooh, oh, okay. I don't know what it is. But I hope they're getting plenty of fish. Oh, wait, wrong way. Oh, crap. I knew that was going to happen. I wasn't going to make it in time. Good Lord. Okay, so I'm going to go up here, back over to the side of the trees, because I'm only doing them in groups of 2. And I think I've got all the peanut trees up. Oh, no, I didn't put these up because they're being prestige. These are fine. Those are fine. Those are fine. Fine. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh. put this one up? Okay, I'm glad I looked. Because I would have said, oh, I'm done. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, it was some type of quest with food. And when I was, because I noticed it was purple, so I went into the house and it was a cooking thing. Yep, yep, it was a cooking thing. So I went in there and, I clicked on it and I'm assuming it made whatever it was that needed to get done. And then it was that house that's, I think the stove was near the door. So I don't know if maybe well, Drew, I could be more than happy to show you. I didn't have a problem with it. I honestly didn't. But okay, see these. Okay, so all the peanut trees are up, right? Okay. Well, you know what? It can be kind of confusing a little bit with the quest privs. But again, like if you give somebody full, and I will say it, you got to be careful who you give full privileges to. Um, and it's not because things or accidents can happen. It's just that if you know the person, if you trust them enough and they're helping you out, do it. But you can also do build, which is it still works the same. You can just change what you want done. Um, and you can even do it with somebody, let's say, that comes to your farm that is, let me see, that's visiting. Let's see, let me see, what do I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Ooh, 4 trees. This is going to be a difficult choice, isn't it? Well, I could always. Oh, wait, wait, wait. See what I'm talking about? These are the oddball trees, right? So, being because they're oddball, and, I know I have those other bat trees there, but I can show you that. I mean, honestly, I don't mind if people go in my house and do whatever. It doesn't. I don't mind at all. I think it's great. Because again, I neglect playing that piano. I neglect doing the sculptures, um, and I just don't do them. I think the only ones I do basically is painting and um, is cooking, and that's it. I don't do anything else. Um, and honestly, it's like I know I should, do the piano thing and everything else, but I didn't. Yeah, see, I see. I'm glad you did because I was sitting there, like looking at it, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta do the cow thing, don't I? I gotta do, you know what I mean? It's like I'm procrastinating, like, oh gosh, I gotta do that, and I don't do it. Don't ask me why. I just don't. Oh yeah, let's put spooky trees right next to these trees. This'll work. I want to see. I have 6 duck painting quests. Oh my god, 6! Now that's interesting. Wow. I don't know. I think the most I've ever gotten was like the 4 cows. Maybe. Yeah. Wow. Huh. So you know what's worse is, and you can see my sculpting tables are empty all the time. There's nothing going on with them, right? So every now and then, like, it'll ask me to do some kind of crazy sculpting thing, and I totally forget about it. Hello, Dr. Obi. How you doing today? Let me see. I've got those. Oh, shoot. That's definitely going to be a... Oh, man. I don't know. I definitely might have to take those poinsettias out of here because I'll tell you something right now. I'm not going to let anybody come to... Well, I mean, people can come to this farm, but I'm not going to have them come here to do those poinsettias that are for the event. No. Unless I'm doing the flowers. But now, I want to check something and see what would happen. Flowers. 358. You know what? I want to break it down to 300. Let me just see. And the event is tomorrow, B. No, oh, 9. Oh, I can't do that yet. 9, 18, 27, 36. Let me see something. What? These are the Red Baron. 358, right? See, I gotta be careful how I do this because oops. 9, 8. And okay, the reason why I'm being careful how I do this is this. It's because you see how the sprinkler is right there? Okay, so that's 9. And it's 9 flowers. 9, 9 is 18, 27. 36. See, what I don't want to screw up is I don't want to screw up where these are. 320. Ooh. So 22, right? Let me see. 9. Oh. So that's 9. This is 18. Okay, so 9, 18. I know, guys. I'm being picky. Tell me I'm being picky. Okay, so 8. Ooh, 304. So if I do this, I think this brings it down to 297. Let me see. 295. Okay. You know what? I can live with 295. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'll have my farm up this high. Yeah, you can, Obi, no problem. Do you know my code? I like that Lazy Ice. Oh my god. Hey, it's a good name. Ladyicewolf. Woo woo. Just kidding. Yeah. I think that, you know what? I think this will work for me. Yeah. It's okay, Obi. It's okay. You're good. I'm surprised nobody said anything, but maybe they didn't notice I was up. I was up this morning. Don't ask me why. But I did get up early this morning. I don't know. I mean, I went to bed. Then I got up around. Oh, you did. You saw me? Oh my God. Wow. I admit it. I admit it. I was zipping around like maybe nobody knows I'm here. 96 to Charlie, I guess. Yeah. So 962C. I was zipping around. And I said, "Oh my God, Blaze is up early. Wow." But no guys, I was up early this morning. I don't know for the life of me I was up around I don't know, I wasn't around 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you know it was really stupid, and I'm sure you saw the same thing, Blaze. When you woke up, it still said like, "Oh, now it's changed." It said 1 day. Yep, that's it, Blaze. That's my code. But it was so hilarious because I'm like, at 5 in the morning, it said 21 hours. I'm like, and what the hell does that mean, guys? You know what I'm saying? We're looking at it. It's like 21. It said 1 day. What is 1 day? We know it's 24. So yay me. Um, so I was looking at that last night. I mean, well, actually this morning because it still said 24 hours, and I was up around 5. And it was so weird. So I did. I went out and I thought to myself, no, I better not do this. But I did. I went out into the kitchen, made me a little small fresh pot of coffee. Because coffee does not bother me when I sleep, I sleep. That's it. I'm done for the day. Um, ooh. Yeah, that's a good idea. I do have one thought, and I thought to myself, it would most likely be easier to set up my lettuce farm for the event because people aren't going to go. Well, see, I came from the city, and trust you me, it's not quiet at all. It's just not. I didn't even like going out where I used to live. I honest to God, I did not like going out. And like we have like a little supermarket up the street there from us where I lived, and it was very rare for me to just go up walking up there because it was only a couple of minutes away. So I'd walk up to the store, and I didn't even like doing that, but I did. If I needed some milk or something, small, I would go up there and get it. Um, but I don't know. I think since with my new move, I have a more, I guess, healthier approach. I guess that's the way to say it. It's a different feeling when I, like, say for example when I go out in the morning here at my new place. I sit there and have my coffee or something in the morning. Oh, I love watching something while I'm going to sleep. And now, and I'm kind of getting used to it because it's so cool. And I never used to use it before. I use that sleeper thing, the timer. Now, I know it could be 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, but I set that thing for like 2 hours, right? I know I'm going to sleep before 2 hours are up. It's most of the time. But I go in there and, I go lay down on my bed and I put just, Hulu was a good one. Hulu and, um, so, I mean, I put TV on, put something on that has a lot of series, a lot of episodes to it, just play it. here's my thinking. I was thinking about taking that lettuce farm that you guys have been on, and what I'm thinking about doing is converting that into the event farm. So, which means, and it would be so much easier to do. Which means I can still leave it public, right? Oh God, I'm gonna have to put sprinklers down. That's okay. I'll do that tonight. But which means is, um, because Ace and I were talking about this when I went to Basis Farm. Um, see, this is the thing, Maya. On those crops, right? It's only one season. Am I right, Maya? Yeah. Oh, that'll be big help, Obi. Um, See, because I look at it from this point of view, right? Who is going to want to go get lettuce when the event's going on? Not a whole heck of a lot of people. They're going to want that event stuff. So, okay. So, what you're saying is it's one season, because that's what I see bases is it's one season. That's all I see it as. It's one season. And it's too bad. But see, Maya, you can't put those crops down, unfortunately. But I'm thinking using the current lettuce farm as the event farm, right? And all I need to do in that farm is just put the sprinklers down, and then obviously just change the signs, and they'll be good to go. Now, I do know that that farm has really good space for flowers, right? Um, I think the Halloween event's at 2,500. Yeah, see? So I figure, yeah, but they're not going to make those points. They're not going to have those poinsettias be all. Well, the poinsettias are just 45 minutes, so we're good. But see, this is what I'm kind of wondering about. With this event coming up, will they make that crop just one season? And it's a 2 hour wait. And for the life of me, I can't remember what they do with the pumpkins. The pumpkins were always fall. Um, so that's the only thing that I think about is if. So you think what'll happen is that they'll make them all 4 seasons, but do you think they'll do 2 hours on them? Yeah. I mean, it would be nice. It would be delightful if they were all 4 seasons. The 2 hours is 2 hours. But at least if I can lay them down, just put the crops up in place of the lettuce, then that would be great. Because then all I have to do is just switch them around. And I can leave the farm open. I can leave the farm open publicly, and people can still, if they choose, people can still, go that route if they wanted to. I mean, I do know that there are some that will, they go, oh man, I need the boost or whatever. I totally get that, but you can still get the boost off the flowers, and you can also get the boost off of the event items. And in most cases, what I will do is I'll let you be in build mode, and that way you can go to my town if you need to boost just to do the event stuff, fine. If not, if you need the boost for yourself personally, you can go back to your farm or whatever you need to do. But I think I'm going to go that route. And then what I've set up is what I have. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do this so I can... You're probably wondering, what the hell am I doing? Oh, I don't want to do that. But I can do this. See, now I got all this space right here opened. And, you know, I might even like just move, if I can, if it's doable. And I think it is. But I'd have to see. How many donkeys do I have? Aha. Oh, I don't have those. I might change up the numbers for how many animals I want or how I want them. See, it's a good thing I didn't water these. And because they're a small amount. Oh, yes, I definitely want them. I definitely want those poinsettias on there. And actually, maybe. Actually, maybe what I could do is I think. Because I have 8. 3 times 8 is 24. 25. Okay, so I think I can get away with using 1, 2, 3, because they're 800 and something per row. So I'm thinking if I did 800, you know, if I did 3, maybe 4 rows, I'd be good. Okay. Would make it so much easier. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the right row? Yep, it is. See, it's so much easier this way. Yep. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Hi, Vin. How you doing today? There. Oh, yeah. You know what? I definitely think I have enough space. So what I think I might do is just put like the, move these guys over here in this area. And then I'll have this area freed up for something. Maybe more trees. I don't know. Because I'm going to try to squeeze all the trees in here if I can. Yeah. Because, like, you know, if it says I need which it has done, 500 and something flowers, well, guess what? It's going to have to wait. I'll just go back the next day or a few hours later and just do it. Thank you, Dr. Obi, for helping. Appreciate it. Drew, there's something you should check. I mean, it's it's like a little pet peeve of mine, so I'm going to tell you. It's a pet peeve. You don't have to do it. You can do it however you want. But I think you should see this. Give me a moment. Okay. For example, where the heck did I put? Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. For example, let's just pretend that let's pretend that this is the beginning of, whatever. Okay. Let's say behind me, it could be anything you want, okay? Well, one of the things, and it might help, I mean, it doesn't matter really, but what does matter is if it's overlapping into other things that's being utilized for something else. But here's what I want to show you. Okay, let's say, for example, you're doing, I want to double check to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. Yeah, okay. Of course it's going to give me a hard time. Okay. Let's say, for example, Drew, you're doing your lettuce or something. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay. So, obviously you know how to do the width thing, but here's the other part of it. But you know that you can only go so far, right? So here I'm going to show you something. Unless you're making it that's going to be a little tricky too. But unless you're making it something other than, let's say you want this row to be lettuce, right? Or corn or something. But what you got to pay attention to is, you only have so many spaces in front of you. Don't let it overlap over here. Let's say that this is another area where you want to put a different crop. So let's say the distance between, where I'm standing is 36 by 36. We know it isn't. But, so we know that it's three too long. So you go back in here, 7, 6, 5. Okay? Which will bring you back. And then, for over here, you can put like your new signage. So I've seen you do that, and I haven't really been looking, but just be careful when you're doing that, because it's going to screw you up. Even if you have workers, by the way, and it's really weird. They won't touch certain things, because if you have this overlapping where your workers are, they're not going to do very much. You max on your garlic? Oh, I've got 9,000 garlic. Yeah. But I just wanted to show you that, Drew. I just wanted to show you that. So, like when you're doing long lines, let's say you're doing long lines of 36, and let's say you're going to hit the wall, just bring it back away from the wall. That's all you got to do. Just bring it back. This quest crop only is kind of tricky. I'm still, my brain just trying to wrap around this. What this is for is for your quest stuff. Yeah, they did have reindeer. They absolutely did, and they gave you milk. Yeah. They were little pigs too, let me tell you. They weren't the kind that, because when we did get reindeer, I had to have one of my friends. I said, you know what? We have to move the reindeer because they were little pigs. Yeah. I can't remember which farmer it was, but I know that because you did a really good job. And I'm like, wait a second. And I was like saying to myself, I hope you did. I mean, because, I mean, I don't know what my privileges are. And I didn't want to mess around. I don't like to mess around with people's signage and all that stuff unless they know I'm doing it. 'Cause I don't go messing around with that unless, for example, you have a sign. Let's say that's different from the rest of the spots. And the only thing I would question is I'd go, by the way, Drew, do you know that you have carrots in the corn section? And you go, what? You know what I'm saying? So, but I do not touch people's signs. I don't, unless they know that's what I'm doing, because. But I try not. But that's the thing when I'm doing like the long lines and things like that for my crops and everything. I make sure that if it's 36 length, then that's what it's going to be, because for the obvious reason, if I'm going to do another separate crop from what's behind me, then that's how it is. But see, sometimes when it overlaps, like when that first row you did overlaps into the second row, you got to be kind of careful of that. Like if you're doing a row for 36 by 36, 3 by 36, for example, then what you need to do is you need to make sure that that 36 doesn't overlap into the other one. Something. I think it was the corn. I think it was. And trust you me, Drew. I've screwed mine up many times, and um, because I remember on my other farm, my brain was like, "How does this work now?" Oh, I see. Because what I did was, it was grapes. Oh my God, of all things. So, and then I'm trying to learn how to do it that way, but I'm like, okay. But so yeah, and it took me a while to pick it up what I was doing. So yeah, and even and that's the other thing too. Like I said, if you have your workers close by, always obviously, you're gonna start them in another, above whatever you want them to work on. Yeah. Okay. So does that mean? I guess, I mean, it's kind of like I don't feel lazy about doing my flowers or anything. It's just that um, I'm thinking in terms of, you know, what what's going to work out for whatever I need to do. That's where I'm at on that. And I might actually, these are those grape poppies or something. Oh, pie's always good. Pie's always good. Oop, in a minute. Yeah. Pie is always good. Nothing wrong with pie. So far, you see these Lawrence grape poppy? I might prestige these. Um, yeah, because like I'll tell you something too, Drew. Like I know like with one of my friends, they have a high end farm. Um, and I remember one time I was going down some one of their roads, and I'm sitting there going, "Yep, that sign don't look right." But I let them know, and they said, "You know, you could have fixed it." I'm like, "Well, I didn't know what to put there, so I just left it alone." I figured, you know what, let them do it. Yeah. Oh crap. Oh crap. Uh-oh, poppies. How many poppies do I have? Shoot. Did I screw up? Please don't tell me I screwed up. Wait a minute. 322. That's... Oh, wait a minute. Um... 295. Whoa. Oh, never mind. I'm like, did I just screw up? Oh, I hate when you hit A. I think so. I think you're right, Obi. I'm just looking at this now, and I'm like... Let me see something. Carnations, right? Carnations. 297. Oh, oh, oh. So if that's 297, 295, so I'm... Ew. So I need to take away 2. But that makes no sense, because you know why? When I go all the way down here... I have to take into consideration I have my workers up there too. These are Gatsby pink, right? 297. So these ones here, those poppies have to be 297. That's where I screwed up. Gotta love it. Yep, I screwed up. Okay, so to fix the problem, this is how you fix it. Won't be too bad. Okay. Okay. So these ones here are blue sky. Blue sky. Here we go. Blue skies. Blue. Horizon. Horizon, horizon. Come on, baby. Red. Could be worse. I was doing my flowers, and then guess what? When I thought I was done, I wasn't done at all. I forgot a flower, and I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta go back and somewhere put them. Yeah. Okay. Where's the purple poppies, or whatever they're called? Yeah. I might decide to do those as a... Now, why is that 292? I don't understand. Is that because there's a worker up there? Yep. Okay. Iceland. Slanders. Yeah, I forgot. If there's a worker in that spot, it's not going to show up right. But that's fine. I fixed it. See, now I don't have to worry about it. Yeah. Wait a minute. Did they... Okay, so I gotta do these two here. Okay. And I am going to just run this over here. So that way I don't screw it up again. It's like I'm going to get rid of those lemon trees that are here too. Yeah, this would make a big difference. Because I kind of figure what I could do is like put the horses and the donkeys up on the top where they are right now. You know, if I had to do that, that's what I would do. Okay, so all of this is done. And how's your farm coming along there, Vin? Or are you playing another game? Are you playing anything new, old? Okay. Oh, so these ones are done. Oh. These Edelweiss don't pay crap. And I really tried to avoid using them. Yeah, I'm going to move... Well, I can move these out of the way and move the rabbits, but... Oh, yeah, that'll be 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to downsize on my animals. Oh, that tree's ready again. I can't miss the boat. I cannot miss the boat. She missed now. I'm going to have to go in the direction where my stupid trees are. And by the time I get there... Oh, it's batteries. Yeah, no. I don't want the battery. Oh, come on. trees. And look at that. Don't you know? It wants 270 of these stupid trees, but that's okay. I don't care. It's actually going to take 70 because I already did this row before. I think on my other farm I had 270. I think I had 270 set up. I thought, no, 200 is good enough. Basmati rice. Oh, God. Yep, you got to do that sometimes. Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to conserve the space that I have, and kind of go from there. And actually, I had some fish canneries here. I got rid of them. I got rid of them. And there are workers beside them, but I thought, you know what? I'm just getting rid of them. Because they were utilizing, like, see, now I've got my low end tier 1 fish up to 14,000. And I thought, I'm just going to keep the fish things where I have them, and that's it. Oh my God. Yeah, see, that's what I'm kind of learning. It's kind of like I'm learning that, I got to be obviously a little more conservative. And so, especially if I go farm by farm and I open this one up, and I do like having this being my fish farm, and, flowers over here and then my fish over there. And something, I don't really care of because donkeys are like what, a day and a half, and your horses are over 2 days, so they can stay here, you know. And yeah, I'll go, especially the horses. And yes, I will go over there and feed them and so on and so forth. But I'm not going to go cuckoo crazy just because. I am not going to do that. No. I'd be like, oh Lord, I have to put them, because when I did just have my trees and yeah, I had the trees there and I had a whole bunch of poinsettias, right? Yeah, well, see, I don't blame you. It's like when I had my trees and my poinsettias up, and I made them in rows of two. But the thing was, and I had my guys working on my apples to get them prestige up to 5, and I'm doing also the golden apple ones. But the thing that drove me absolutely crazy was the simple fact that I'm like, okay, so I have 250 of those horses, 6 different types, and they would eat over 10,000, yeah, about 10,000 of my apples. I'm like, okay, that's crazy. Yeah. So, because you would see it, you would see my apples being full, and you'd be going, oh, great. Yeah. And that was this farm where the horses was eating all them apples. I'm like, oh, no, 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 I'm not going to go through that again. Absolutely not. I mean, it's fine if you have a big bunch of apple trees, and go that route. Yep, you can do that. That's why on that test farm, I'm doing exactly that. I'm testing everything out. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see what works for me and what doesn't. And that's how come that's why now I can just turn around and say, you know something, I already tried that there. See, I can't do that to my farm that has the crops and the animals because they're evened out, they're equaled out. So I don't want to do that. And I will eventually be putting the Mars poinsettias up, but I'm gonna just kind of be, I don't know, a little conservative with them too. I'm not gonna put a whole big bunch of them up and make my farm like that. I mean, it's like right now, yeah, I need diamonds, but the thing is, I make I make more diamonds doing a lettuce farm than I would if it was um, let's say a Mars farm, and I get it. It's you guys can make XP and things like that, and I know a lot of you need the XP, but I decided, you know something, I'm just gonna stick with my other farm. I'm gonna stick with it being lettuce and whatever goodies I can put there. That's what I'm gonna do. And ooh, I think I can afford it. Let me see. Oh, what does she want? Let's see. Oh, I need milk. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'll wait till I have to do that. See if my workers. Oh gosh, 24. Wow. I just paid them too. Yeah. See, I'll have to. Okay. Shoot. This one's 168. 185. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Upgrade. All right, Drew, close your eyes. Don't look. To go to from 185, and this is the vegetable shop, by the way. To go from 185 to 186 is going to cost me 2,299,290,130. That's how much gold I got to spend. Now the next hit's going to be over 300. Over 300. Yeah. So I want to get you. I want to get you guys. Now here we go. 308 million. And by the way, I just had 2 billion, and now I dropped it down to 1.8 billion. Now let's look at it again. 318. I'm going to stop for now, buddy. Isn't it though? It's expensive. It is. Now she's all done. I don't have to upgrade her or nothing. But see did they? Whoa! Wait. Hey Ace, if you're seeing this, wait a second. Wait a minute. Inventory 5025, right? Let me see something. Did they adjust it? Wait a minute. Okay. I'll get rid of those. Thank you so much for that, Obi. I really appreciate it. Um, Plus I'm gonna get rid of those lemon trees. They don't need to be there. They just sit there and look silly. Let me just see something. What's happened here where I am? I don't know. Oh, I don't know. What the hell is that? I have no idea. Oh, I know what happened. Okay, here's what happened. Because I didn't have enough room, what I did was basically I put these ones here, and then when you look up there, you'll see them orange. So that's what happened. Yeah. And if I didn't put those, which I did, if I didn't put those Edelweiss flowers in, I would have had an extra row. So, but I'm not going to worry about it. But I'm like, yeah, you know, what the heck? Okay, I get it. Yeah. But, let me see. So there won't be 300 of these celestial morning glories. I don't care. It's okay. It's all good. Um, yeah, I'm gonna pull these lemon trees out of there because, yeah, we can do that right now. Just give me a second. Um, I just want to check something. Hold on a minute. Oh, okay. That is really deceiving, I'll tell you. I thought for a second that they said, "Oh, yeah." If you look at your flowers, well, you probably don't. If you have your inventory thingies open, like the flower one, right? This is where the drawback's gonna be. When you reach 13,050 poinsettias of any kind, that's the cap. But all the other flowers are 25, 25, and I'm like, really, really, guys? Thank God. Did they give us a cap on lettuce? Yeah, well, no. No. Okay, let me go to town. And I'll pay these workers one more time. And we will go to the... Okay, lettuce. Now, oops. If you start... Yeah, start from the top, I guess. Yeah. Start from number 1. And just have at it with sprinklers, just if you can. I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing that, Obi. Do you got permissions to do it? You should. Okay. You go. Okay, and listen, if anybody hits this farm up, then you know what? Just knock. Oh, they can't. I can actually make this public because it's not going to matter. It's truly not going to matter. Because when the event items come up, the only thing, like I said, that I would have to change. Well, what? Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. See, because it would save me time and, then I don't have to worry about it. But all I have to do is just go up there. But now here's what I was thinking, Maya. Um, shoot. Actually, let me go down here and do the count. 10. Oh, it's winter time. Wait a second. See, because what I was thinking, Maya, I don't know. I'll have to count. No big deal. I was thinking about, like, all the way up to here is the recent, event items, right? So I think it would be okay if I did one, two, if I just put poinsettias right here, and they don't have to be sprinkled or nothing, you know. Oh, let me see. What comes? Okay, spring. Now it just dawned on me. Even if Maya was to come here and do the put down those presents, I don't know if that's going to change. That's the only thing that I'm a little bit leery about is that because when I've gone to that other farm, it's technically 2 hours, and if they make it all 4 seasons, that would be wonderful. But we're looking at winter, so maybe they might just do 2 seasons, winter and fall, even though winter falls into January. So I don't know. And I'm going to immediately prestige those. Absolutely.
Motion detected at the front door.
Okay, these are done, right? Let me just see something with balloons. Oh, figures are going to be opened. Okay, so the romantic balloons are 5 hours, 2.5 hours not watered. But I have 826. So Maya, if you still buy there, I'm thinking just putting 1, 2, 3. Let me see. I just want to check something. 826 times 4. Because it would be kind of cool if if I could just have them all, like on the same thing. Okay, 826. Wow, that'd be pretty good. So if I did even 3 rows, if I did 4 rows, that's 3,304 of those flowers, or 826. Oops, clear. 826 times 3. 2,478. You know what? I'll take the 2,400. And Maya, if you could, when you can, I just need you to basically do the just 3 rows of flowers right over here would be great at number 21. Because then what I'll do is I'll have the yeah, I'll have it that way. Well, hello, Ace. How you doing? Okay, come on. You know it's gonna be spring soon. Oh, maybe my cows are ready. No, go figure. They're not ready. See? There's my piano that's not playing any music. Well, this one does. Ooh. Ooh, the cow portrait leveled up. Wow. Aw, I hope you feel better. I'm gonna go here. That's like me. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, stayed awake for a little while, then went back to bed, watched TV, and fell asleep. I don't know what woke me up. Maybe there was a big bear out in the backyard. Who knows? He was making too much noise. By the way, Ace, what level is your tea factories now? Oh, I don't have enough cows. I'm pretty. Yeah, this ain't gonna fly. Yeah, this is definitely not gonna fly. Nope. One of them is gonna be. Wow, I actually filled it. Ooh. These are all level 100 factories. $39. Oh my goodness. What were mine? So they're actually slow to level then, would you think? Or you just like probably like me, you know, I'm paying attention to them. $52. But I haven't been paying much attention to them though. Yeah, see, that's what I'm gonna do too. Is have them all on one farm and get rid of the rest. I mean, in a sense, you know what I mean. It makes sense. It really does. Okay, all right, guys, you gotta close your eyes because you know I don't want you seeing that. It, I mean, really, I don't. I kind of went a little crazy overboard with my flowers. I admit that. I did. And I have more flowers places in other places, but oh, how am I doing? No, I might be able to make it. 'Cause, yeah, I've decided that to keep all the machines on one area. Just like the houses, I'm gonna remove some of the houses too. I'm gonna delete some of them because I just don't. I honestly, you know, I thought they were. It's kind of cool and everything, but you know, I honestly, I'm trying to conserve that space. But I kind of went a little overboard with my flowers. I think that's it. Oh, guys, by the way, did you see my new worker? I don't see him working that much, but I want to tell you. See, this I'm the one that's selling you Christmas trees, or if you want to buy a nice fancy schmancy truck, I'm here. I'm the person that's selling it. But now I got this guy over here. I have no idea how he managed to do this. But if you notice, there's a axe on his stump. I think he's a little cold. I'm not sure. But I got axe on this. So I put a scarecrow dressed in red for Christmas, you know, the holidays. And, you know, so he's kind of busy doing things, you know, chopping trees, whatever. But that's his job. He's not supposed to cut these Christmas trees down. No, no, no. Wait. Well, I think the only time that my house was decorated was with Maya. I think that I think what we did maybe two, three houses, and that was that. And I don't know. I mean, houses are good if you have to do the portraits and all that sort of stuff, you know, for when you quest items. But the only drawback about that is that you know, unless you go to that farm like all the time that you have other houses in, don't take them away. But I just plan on having, you know, like the houses that we currently have, and plus the new one that we'll be getting tomorrow at some point. Um, I'm gonna cut back on my houses because I just like on that flower we seen the flowers and the fish. I don't think those houses got anything in it. So there's that. Maya decorated my house. She did. She did a nice job. I think I think when I used to play Farm Together, um, there was one house in particular because they did have the teddy bears, and I forget what event that was, but you could only have them in the house. But I did decorate on the inside, and it looked so cool. Um, isn't it four houses? One, two, three, four houses. That's all I have is four houses. Four. And then, of course, we're going to get another house, which would be five. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to have to, like, not put all these houses up. Yeah, that'd be good. Because, I mean, the thing is, Ace, and if you take a look around, you'll see it too. You go, oh, you know what? You're right. How many times have you gone to a farm over level 500 and all their houses on the very bottom? And he's still trying to find their guest book, you know what I'm saying? So I, I I'm trying to I want to minimize on my houses on each farm. Not to mention, by the way, Drew, if you didn't see them, um, they do have those houses, but you can't go inside of them or anything. They're just for decorations. And I do have houses like that. They're just there for a decoration. That's all they do. They decorate outside. So I don't know. To me, it's just to me. I don't know. It's just hard to keep up, and that's what I'm finding myself doing. It's hard to keep up. Like especially now when I'm leaving the lettuce farm open. But my lettuce farm is going to be open for a long time, only because yeah. Oh, we have four regular ones. I don't think I put those. Maybe, maybe I did. I'll have to go look. Maybe I did. When I'm done with the Tinkerbells, I'll show you the other ones. But like I said, they're houses, but they're just like the barns. They're just simply there for decoration, and that's it. They don't, you can't go inside of them or anything. So, but I have to say, um, that Farm Together one had a house. It was like an adobe style. It was really nice. And then they had these little ones, little houses that you could put near them because they were adobes. So and those were kind of cool, but you couldn't go inside. That was the only thing. You couldn't go inside. Yeah. So I got those. Summer, fall. How you doing over there, Roby? What mistake did you make putting the thingy down? Hold on a minute. Did you put a sprinkler down in the wrong spot? There's a difference. Hold on. Because if it is, hold on a second. Okay, no problem. Just tell me if you can do it. Wait, hold on a second. Settings. I gotta go down to settings. Wait a minute. Game. This is another thing. Prioritize add-ons. Now it says no, which means no one can delete it, not even me. Well, I can, sort of. But go ahead and do it now. See if you can delete it. See if it'll let you delete it out. You should be able to. Oh, crap. If you pick it up, be careful putting it back down. But if you have to just delete it, delete it. That's, I don't mind. You're good. That's a tricky little thing that, but it's nice to have, because basically that's more for like your sprinklers and things, but I would say more for sprinklers. Because what this does is in this setting, ladies and gentlemen, and I know I've gone over this, in your settings over here, game, okay? Now see where it says prioritize add-ons? You gotta have a heads up on this because, you'll screw yourself up. The only thing I don't like about this prioritize add-ons is this. You couldn't delete it. Okay, I'll check that. But did you put it where you needed to put it? Cause see, the drawback about this prioritize add-ons. Okay, Obi. Yeah, I'm telling you, this thing is very tricky. Here's what I did one day. I went to go pick up some sprinklers, like Obi, she, put them in the wrong place, right? So when I went to go and put them back down, I was like, oh my God. There was like a whole big bunch of sprinklers. I actually ended up deleting them. It was just such a mess. So, if I have to move like one or two sprinklers, I'll do that. But if I have to move a whole big bunch of them, I would rather just go and delete them and put new ones down. That's what I do. Because when you got to move them, for some reason, I don't know what it is. Maybe because it sees the surrounding crops or flowers that you're trying to do. And yeah. But I'll be right back. I want to go get myself a drink. I am not feeding you dinner. No, I'm not. It's too early. Yeah, we'll go out there and get that scrap. Shotgun is playing the "I'm starving to death" cat, and he doesn't eat this soon. I don't really feed him at this time, but usually an hour before his feeding time, he'll follow me around and be like a little shark.
It's 4:00 p.m.
Okay. Let me look at your pribs, by the way. 'Cause, no, see, when it comes to those sprinklers, you need to have that thing on. Okay, let me see. I probably should do it. No, well, let me go over here. Okay, I'm just gonna do this slowly. Oh, um, if you have somebody, let me see something. I don't think. See, I was doing this last night too. It's just going crazy. Um. Here we go. Okay, Drew, if you go into your farm settings, full is full. Okay, but here's what you can do. If you have build mode, oops, no, wait, build is build. Okay. For example, custom. Okay, so I know you have to hit the custom. Give me a minute. Friend permit. No. No. Full for friends. Okay. Guest permissions. User permissions. There we go. Oh, no. Custom permissions. Okay. You have to hit on custom permissions. Okay, so these are people that come there, and sometimes it might hit. It'll look like global. It'll say global. I still to this day don't know what the heck that means. But anyway, user permissions are all the people that you've given permissions to do whatever. And you even have recent visitors who's been in there, and sometimes it'll show you all of them. But I'm gonna go to custom permissions. Okay. Pretty much it's kind of a little self-explanatory, and even with build, like you want them to plow, you want them to water and crops and all that, and you say yes, yes, yes. But let's say hypothetically you didn't want them to feed animals, to just say no. All you want them to do is harvest stuff, then that's all. You know what I mean? That's all they need to do, and it gives you those options to do that. Harvest trees, yep. Feed animals, yep. Harvest animals, yes. Feed if you don't want them to, say no. Harvest flowers, yep. Harvest from buildings. Now, this means like if you walk up to a fish thing, or a cannery or something, they can harvest from that. And if you want them to resupply that factory, you can say yes or no. Okay? Use shops? No, which means all the shops, with the exception of one they can use, is exchange favor. Okay? Start jobs, meaning the quest. Continue, finish, mine minerals. Now, if you have this off, it's gonna. If you have this that says no, then they're not gonna be able to do anything in your mine. Same thing with mushrooms. Okay, and you don't need to mess with this bakery stuff. Open, 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 open. That's something different. Now, um, see user permissions. And this shows like let's say for example, Rummel hasn't been here for a while, but I can leave it on build if I wanted to. Um, this person, I'm not naming names, okay? And I gave Lord Base a full because they've been very helpful. But you see, so you might want to change some of those things. Um, but yeah, and you can do the same thing with build. Wait a minute, how come it's summer? Oh, because there's these stupid fireworks over here. That's why. You know, I have to be a party pooper because for some reason I don't like these fireworks. I mean, they're okay. Will I press these skimmering sparklers? No. I think my pumpkins are already prestige, so I have to check again. But I don't, well. But, let me see. Um, wow, Obi, you come a long way. I'll help you, by the way. It's going to be sad when I have to minimize my flower thing. But it's okay. There we go. Oh, okay. Um, actually, okay. 1, 2, 3. Come on, goofball. I'm gonna put a flag here for Maya. Where the heck's the flag? See, Drew? Oh, God. These are the barns they had in Farm Together 1. This here was literally the big barn. That was literally the storage we had in Farm Together 1. And those things used to be wall to wall or on everybody's farm. I mean, these houses are cute, you know, but they're only there for like decoration. That's it. Like, you know, that's the animal shed. I thought we had more than. Maybe not. But, yeah. Go ahead. Where am I going to put that? Oh. Crap. I guess, I can't put that there. Oh. Maybe. No. No. Oh. Okay. This might work. What color? Oh. They don't come in different colors? Dazzling hayride. I don't like them. You know, I thought I'd like those Meadow Street lamps, and I don't know. They're okay. Maybe I should put them there. Okay, Maya, this is going to be your 3 rows. Okay. Just love doing sprinklies. Yes, I do. Let her rip. Yeah, I definitely think I'm just going to stick with doing the event items over here. Excuse me. And then, on the other farm that I started, which is open, you know, I can, you know, just lay the lettuce down and stuff like that. Or maybe not. I don't know. And that's that. How you doing over there, Obi? Obi's so quiet over there. Wow, I got a lot of those. Okay, as long as you're doing okay, then we're okay. Let's see. Yeah. Ooh, 4:14. And I do have to get myself going soon, like maybe in the next 10 minutes or so. Because, oh gosh, no, you're not. Won't that be a twisty when somebody comes to this farm when it's, open for the public and they're going to want to do lettuce? I mean, I could make it public now. Oh, no, I can't because, no, I don't want to do that. If I do that, I have to exit out of the game, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, wait. It's always got to be one little spot that's going to extend, and I don't care anymore. It's gonna look like they're not set right, but they are. So don't worry about it, because I know there's gonna be an extra one at the end. Ooh, pine trees, 89. It's like I know, right? Yeah, I figured I'd help you out. Why not? What the heck? Oh. Yeah, I let it go automatic too. Yeah. Why? Oh, because it's further up. No, not really, because the end, okay, they're gonna be out of sync for one reason and one reason only. Um, because when you're going up and down, as opposed to just one single way, you're gonna have that one extra one at every other end. So yeah, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Oh, don't worry about it, Obi. No, because trust you me, that's why like I try to, and I see it. When I put the other event items down, it's like, well, but yeah, you're gonna actually, at one end or the other, you're gonna put an extra sprinkler down because you just will, and it's not a big deal. See now, like this sprinkler here, because in a sense, when you do one sprinkler, then there should be 1, 2 spots, and then the third spot, the sprinkler will drop. That's how it works. See? I mean, I can start here with the sprinkler, and it's just going to be that, you know? It's going to end up on the tanks, but that's going to be no harm. But if I start it here, it's going to... Oops. If I start here, it's okay, because it's going to 1, 2, 3. See? It's going to match up with the other row. But if it doesn't, I mean, because let's say you're going from front to back, then don't worry about it. I'm a pretty easygoing person, Obi. So don't worry about it. You're good. Exactly. God, I still remember the old sprinklers they had. I am so glad they made a sprinkler to cover 9. Because I'm sure some of you remember that you had them like the little bar things, and you had to put them in between. Oh my God, that was horrible. That was just horrible. I am too placing sprinklers. What do you mean I'm not? I am too. Am I lagging? Yeah, I am, see? Dang, I'm going pretty fast in the video, though, I can tell you that. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, they haven't been harvested either, so. But at least tomorrow, Ace, when we put those event items down, we're good. We'll be ready. See? That's good. Oh man, I so can't wait. I really can't. I might even be up early, but I'm not going to get up early because I know what time it's going to. It's like I said, it's going to start. Um, because we'll all see the little clocks and the timers, so you know where I'm going to be. But it generally starts. I've seen it just generally start for me like between 12 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. So it's gonna be different for all of you guys when the event starts. But as far as the Gothic stuff, I think they're gonna have that out sooner than 12 o'clock. I would think. Oh, okay. 10 a.m. 11, 12, 1. Yep. Well, wait. What are you 3 hours? Are you 3 hours behind me? Like, I got 4:24. Okay, so all right, so that makes sense. Okay, see, so it'll be 1 o'clock my time. But I hope the Gothic obviously comes out sooner. Give me something to do, you know. Shotgun just came in the room. Meow, meow, please feed me. Sometimes, you think he doesn't get fed. Oh, good Lord. He's talking to me now. I know, Shotgun. Yeah, Shotgun. You're such a good boy. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come over here. Don't you touch those plants. He knows what he's doing. Don't let him kid you. You touching my plants, Shotgun, because that ain't happening. I told you leave my plants alone. Or you and me be fighting. I'll get the squirt bottle. Get out of there. Get away from my plants. Thank you. He's being a little brat. I don't know about dogs so much, but I do know that poinsettias, if you have any in your home, please make sure your cat doesn't chew on them or anything, because they can get very, very sick. If you have poinsettias in your home, they can get very sick from those poinsettias. So please, guys, just try to keep your pets away from. If you have poinsettias, keep your pets away from them because they can get sick. And I bought my own poinsettias. Oh, he's being such a perfect little boy. I have to say, in all honesty, he really is a sweetheart, because, when I get up to go watch TV or something, he's in there with me, and overall, he's okay. Sometimes he gets a little fresh, but, he's a cat. They can be little brats sometimes. Oh no, Maya, no saw really? Well, maybe because he knows it's a bad plant. That's the only thing, it's like, I wish, but they don't. Like, you can go on out and buy yourself, a plant of some sort, ivies and things like that, poinsettias, whatever. But, it's just too bad that they don't put some type of, warning thing on there. So, because, like, some plants, like I said, can make your animal really sick or worse. But I think in some sense that they should put some type of label on there so you know when you're buying a particular flower or something or plant that it's not going to harm another animal. Okay. I can't believe this. I have that tofu factory quest. And I think it's on my animal and crop farm. See, this is what I'm saying. I only remember buying that tofu. I only got 2 of them. I didn't go crazy with that because you never know. And well, with the peanuts, I only have 2 peanut factories. And that's that. And I'm not going to get any more than that. If I can fill it, fine. Hey, there's Dr. Ruby. I'm thinking, Maya, that your dog would probably knows that they're bad plants. Maybe. Or, I don't know. Uh, yeah, you get to do Christmas tree row. Yee. Ain't that special? Take your time with it. Don't worry about it. And Shotgun did something the other day he's never ever done before. I was walking in, my room, my computer is and everything. And what's he doing? He's sitting there on my chair, doing one of Bob's deals and sitting in your chair, Ace. What's that? What Shotgun was doing here today? I mean, the other day. I was like, what is this? And he's looking at me all innocent and everything. You're like, what? What? What do you want? But he's never ever sat in my computer chair like ever. And then the other day, there he was in his glory, just sitting in my computer chair. And I'm like, what are you doing? Look across. Oh. Oh, crap. Nice. See, you did okay with the Christmas thing, right? Oh, crap. You're still doing it. Oh, sorry. You're doing good. And I didn't spend that much for ribbons as I expected. Maya, I marked a spot for you. Yeah, you know what? I wonder if Shotgun's learning from your cat. That's what I'm wondering. Mm-hmm. Maybe they got secret Facebook pages we don't know about. And they communicate. Because, like I said, he never sat on my chair ever. And when I seen him on my chair, I'm like, what are you doing? And he did. And the thing is, he didn't even flinch. He didn't move. He just sat there. I'm like, oh, really? He's just going to sit there. Really? Really, Shotgun? Okay. So, Maya, I set up. Let me see if I can show you. I set up. I can't even find the damn thing. I set up 1, 2, 3 rows to do the poinsettias. Yeah, I just did 3 rows, and there's a spot right for them, all set up, ready to go. weird. Okay. Uh-oh. B&O's in arrays. But yes, Maya, I do need them. And like I said, I set you up an area, and you're good. Oh, that's great. I just have to... Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. Did I... I took the barriers off from that area, the 3. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I have to double check it again. That is nice. So 10 o'clock in the morning. For me, anyway. Oh, God, that ought to be interesting. Well, being that this is the event farm, right? Uh, hmm. Now, do you think it's going to be $5, Ace? Hold on a second, Maya. Let me finish putting this row in, and we'll be good. I'll show you. I'll show you where it is. I'll just put these. I just need to put this last row of sprinklers in, and Kazobi's doing the other side. Okay, see, I think you're down too far because right where number 9 is, that's roughly where they should be going. Yeah. Okay, let me go to number 9. Okay, yep. Okay, all I'm going to do here... Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. Am I on the wrong end? I probably am. Wait a minute. No. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought I fixed it. Hold on a second. Let me just double check what I did over here at number 20 something. Okay, number 21, right? Oh, shoot. Okay, wait. This is, okay. 2, 3. Okay, I see. Okay, so where I am is here. Hi, did you get your package?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was coming. Okay, hold on a minute.
Sorry, I just didn't feel good today.
It's okay. I understand. Why is it? I'm just going to do something here, Maya. Hold on. Why does it do that? Oh. But it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm going to take this Yeah, but wait a minute. It's still got a boundary on it, so I don't know. Maybe I did one end and not the rest. It should be 1, 2, 3. Why is there... okay. So where is... Oh, you know what? I started from the other end. That's why. Okay, wait a minute. No, 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 not this. No. Hold on. I don't want that blank. Hold on a second, because I'm going to put this here. Hold on a minute. Just give me a minute. It should be... I think that's right. Hold on. Yes. Okay, let me just double check something here. Hold on a minute. Sorry. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I just got to go up the thingy and change it. Change the signs to this. Copy. And then all I have to do is go up here and change the signs. And then I have to just get rid of the thingy. If you got stuff to do, Maya, you can go. It's okay. I can wait. No. See, it's got to be like that. You don't have to blank them because I don't want all those poinsettias like that. I left 3. I want just 3 rows. But hold on. Okay, that's good. Sorry for the confusion. Okay. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. I don't want to change these signs to an X that I'm doing right now. All I'm doing is, see, I'm going over here and I am making the width smaller so that you just have those 3 rows for the flowers. And that these don't have to be changed at all. But you can change the ones that are on those 3 rows, yeah. And I think... Okay. Ugh, this is going to be the weird one, isn't it? Because I know that this isn't... shouldn't be 36. Huh. Ah, okay. So we'll do it Y and make this 26. And then that's good. And then I'll go back over here. Thank you so much, Obi. Okay, number 9. Wait. 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's good. Are you driving up the road, deleting those rows? Yeah, well, you best be here tomorrow because you know I want you to get that event stuff. And thank you again very much, Dr. Roby. I appreciate what you do. Uh, where are the signs? Maya, where are the signs? Did you take them down from here? Not that it matters, but did you take the signs down from these rows? Oh, you must have. I gotta put that back. Settings. Okay. You know why I think that is? I think because they're being deleted, probably by me. But there are no signs over there either. Oh, 36 by 36. That's why. See, they was 36 by 36. Ooh. Uh-oh. There. There. There's a spot open there. You know I gotta go over there and fix it, guys, right? You know I gotta fix it. There. Fixed. Okay. So, okay. Gotta go over here. Okay. Here we go. Run into the fields again. Okay. Yeah. So it'd be a lot better. So that way they can do flowers too. Even though, like, they're what, 45 minutes? Nice. Um, Nope. There it is. There. I guess I could put sprinklers out on these too. Okay, yeah. Do the sprinkles on them. Get a little something, something out of them. I'm gonna kill myself if these are I mean, even though I know that they're right flowers, if they don't turn these into the event flowers, that would just absolutely drive me crazy. That's great though. That's all I have to do tomorrow. Then it's just basically, Oh, and I think, by the way, Maya, if you could prestige these, it would be great too. Yeah, I kind of think about that thought because you know how they change things around. So I'm thinking, I mean, they got to call them that kind of flower, right? Why not? See, I wonder if Besa or the other person. Well, that's what I'm saying. They were here for last year. I mean, I'm just assuming as long as the names don't change, we should be okay with that. See, um, I'm sure because I've kind of figured it out, but like, does the crop name does the crop name have the same name as the name that they had at Christmas time? Because, Basis Farm for, I mean, I remember on Basis Farm, she had her farm already like minutes before the event. So I'm thinking, did she just put them up and then just close out that farm, made it, pop up, went to another farm and just left that alone after she planted? I would hate to plant something and then find out later on that no, different name. Hey, you're the plant expert, Maya. I could ask you. Why not? Okay, I have these poinsettias sitting in a 4-inch little pot. Okay, so I think they will soon grow out of it if they haven't yet. Should I go from a 4-inch to a 6-inch pot? Hmm. What are you doing? Oh, crap. I thought you were on the other thing doing that. Shh. Okay. Oh. All right. I got the sprinklers. You can do your flowers. Yeah, I'm seriously thinking that's how Bessa does it, as well as my other friend. She must put those the vent crops down because obviously they're no good. She must put them down on her farm and has them already. And all she has to do is just open up the farm to the public, and she's good.
Motion detected at the front door.
And listen, everybody, Ace is making cookies. So, just giving you a heads up. Ace is making the cookies. Um, Let me see. Who else? We got to get these people with refreshments, things like that. So Ace is the cookie man. And Blaze, you've been elected to do the refreshments. How do you like that?
It's 5:00 p.m.
So we already have our peoples picked out for the refreshments and the cookies. I thought y'all liked that. And don't worry, I will manage to somehow leave a lettuce farm open for you, but I think you'll be happy with getting, you know, favor from the flavor of opening all those Christmas gifts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ta-da! Yeah, this is good. I like that. Now, see, I can't see, but you can, Maya. So now, what did I? So, I should have, level 116. Yes, could you please definitely, prestige them for me, please? I should have a little over 2,000 for these three, which would be great. And I definitely do have to cut my time, guys. But before I cut my time, I want to put my thoughts and prayers out to people that need them today. And especially for those that, lost loved ones in Australia. And, just I want to put out my prayers to those people there. I know we had those floods too, so I hope all that works out okay. But I did get to see on the news how one guy, just some civilian guy, went up to the one guy and knocked him to the ground. I thought he was going to shoot him. He should have. And I don't like violence, but it's one of those things where you see this going on and it's like, wow. But anyway, my thoughts and prayers will go out to all of you and the ones at Browns College as well. To the family and their loved ones. I don't know. People do silly things. I don't even think it has anything to do with the holidays. It's just a silly thing that people do. Thank you, Maya. I appreciate it. But, yeah. So all of this is open up for you guys, so you can do your thing. Summer, I'm not gonna mess with this. Oh, is it? No. Let me see something. Settings. I don't think it was private. Public, rather. Excuse me. Yeah, it was. All right. So now I switched it back to public. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm gonna go sit in my little chair, I think, somewhere. I might hop back on later on. But, it's that time again. It's 5 o'clock, and I do have to feed my lovable kitty cat. He's been so patient. But I want to say thank you so very much for watching and being here with me and sharing time. God bless you all. And time goes by when you're having fun, right? Isn't that what they say? I guess. I don't know. But anyway, visit our farms and come see us. And, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I really do. So again, God bless, and may you all have a blessed evening and a blessed night. And I'm going to be bopping around to see what's going on with other farms. If, what I want to see what they got. My little spy. But y'all take care.